All right, if you're a professional juggling complex data, you already know the exact friction I'm talking about. Your daily work has completely outgrown the standard desktop folder. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're breaking down DAZO, an application that fundamentally rethinks how we store and manage specialized records.
It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What actually happens when your work just won't fit into basic folders anymore? Think about a clinic managing patient records, a photography studio tracking event shoots, or maybe an academic researcher compiling interviews and PDFs. When you try to force all that multifaceted, deeply structured data into nested computer directories, we've all seen those final_v3_actually_final folders, things get messy fast. Information gets lost, context is completely stripped away, and your workflow slows to an absolute crawl.
Well, that is exactly where DAZO steps in. It's a cross-platform document and record manager built specifically for clinics, studios, researchers, and honestly, anyone with complex filing needs. It's designed to let you capture, thoroughly organize, and effortlessly sync all of your essential data across iPhone, Android, macOS, and Windows. It is basically one unified home for every kind of work you do.
So let's dive into DAZO's 4 purpose-built workspaces. These are built around how you actually work.
DAZO introduces a massive paradigm shift here. Instead of a one-size-fits-all folder, you pick from 4 distinct workspaces. If you select the patient workspace, your fields automatically adapt to track name, age, and disease. Switch over to an event workspace for a wedding or a trip, and suddenly you're looking at cover images and dates. The research workspace gives you this lightweight area perfectly tuned for dropping in PDFs and recordings, while the spreadsheet workspace lets you mix text, numbers, and even image settles in a structured sheet. The app literally shapeshifts to feel purpose-built for whatever task is right in front of you. But what happens when you step away from your desk? Let's look at the Mobile Capture Studio. Capture the moment, organize it later.
The mobile app on iPhone and Android isn't just a viewer. It is an entire Capture Studio right in your pocket, and the workflow is completely frictionless. First, you snap a photo, record a video, or dictate some audio. Second, you don't even have to wait around. DAZO instantly goes to work compressing that media and transcribing the audio entirely in the background. And third, everything lands perfectly in the right folder, totally ready to sync. You capture the moment swiftly, and the organization basically handles itself.
Every upload method you could possibly need, whether that's your camera, your gallery, a file, or a video, is just one tap away. Thanks to a background queue, you can keep capturing continuously without the app locking up on you in the middle of something important. But the real game changer is for those of you conducting clinical consults or field interviews. You can record audio directly in DAZO, and it automatically uses AI to turn those recordings into searchable text transcripts and summaries. It's turning raw audio into instantly useful data.
Eventually, though, we all get back to our desks. So let's talk about the desktop command center. Big screen, big workflow.
For macOS and Windows, DAZO completely shifts gears to give you what they call a focused 3-pane shell that just gets out of your way. This is where you pull everything together. It's a dedicated sync center offering full-fidelity file management, but it brilliantly maintains the exact same record types and custom layouts you were just using on your phone. The desktop app is designed for heavy lifting. You've got your home, cloud sync, and settings integrated cleanly into one shell. From there, you can leverage bulk download and multi-select to search, rename, delete, and pull massive batches of files all at once. And my favorite part? You can effortlessly cut through all the noise using a one-click use case filter, isolating just your patient records or just your spreadsheets instantly. Which brings us to a really crucial topic: your sync, your rules. Cloud or local, you choose right at install. Now, if you're handling sensitive clinic records or proprietary research, you're definitely asking, okay, where does all this data actually live? DAZO gives you 2 very distinct paths here. On one hand, we have Cloud Sync, which mirrors your Firebase storage tree anywhere, preserving your exact folder hierarchy and merging effortlessly with existing files. But on the other hand, if you need absolute local privacy, there's Wi-Fi Sync. This lets you move data device to device over your local network or even a mobile hotspot. 0 cloud round trip needed.
So, the crucial takeaway is that your overall storage mode is entirely in your hands, not just at install, but anytime after. Cloud mode means your files live in Firebase storage and are readily available on every single device you sign into. Contrast that with device mode, where files stay solely on that specific device. Literally nothing leaves until you explicitly say so. It's a frankly tremendous level of control tailored exactly to your privacy needs and network realities.
And what happens when you completely lose your connection? Hey, it happens. DAZO is built for the real world. The mobile app maintains an offline cache for your last seen folders and patient lists, meaning you can keep working seamlessly on an airplane, in a hospital basement, or an offline clinic. Meanwhile, the desktop app can boot directly into a fully browsable offline sync folder view at any time. Dropping your Wi-Fi simply does not stop your work.
Now let's talk about the polish. Everything inside. The little things that actually make all the difference.
It's these comprehensive quality-of-life features that really separate DAZO from your standard file manager. Beyond the cued background camera capture we already talked about, you get inline PDF and image previews right inside the app, complete with download and share options. You have those brilliant custom fields and columns constantly adapting to your data, blisteringly fast search and multi-select across every device, and even offline license activation for the desktop version. It's an incredibly robust toolkit that makes your day-to-day work feel so much faster and lighter.
Let's quickly cover the business end of things. Simple pricing with a big upside.
DAZO utilizes a highly scalable, flexible model. You can actually start completely for free. Then, when your business or research outgrows your current capacity, upgrading is super straightforward. You simply pay for extra mobile seats if you add team members, or you can purchase simple plus 10 GB storage add-ons as you go. You literally only pay for exactly what you need as your workflow scales up.
We've covered a ton of ground today in this explainer, looking at how purpose-built workspaces, mobile capture studios, and strict sync controls can completely transform your data management. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to stop forcing your specialized work into basic, limiting folders? If your workflow demands more structure, maybe it's time to rethink where your data actually lives. Thanks for joining me, and keep learning.